Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters, and welcome to another episode of Quran Weekly. So the verse that I'd like to share with you this week is from Surat Ibrahim, Surah 14, verse 42, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ اللَّهَ غَافِلًا عَمَّا يَعْمَلُ الظَّالِمُونَ إِنَّمَا يُؤَخِّرُهُمْ لِيَوْمٍ تَشْخَصُ فِيهِ الْأَبْصَارِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, do not suppose that Allah is heedless of the deeds of the wrongdoers. He merely grants them reprieve till a day when eyes will stare transfixed. In this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us that the oppression and the wrongdoing of people is not ignored by Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not oblivious, is not heedless. Sometimes we see a tyrannical ruler who rules over a country for many decades, and we might think, the thought might creep into our mind where we ask ourselves, where is Allah? Why is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not intervening? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here reminds us that whenever we see wrongdoing, whenever we see tyrants perpetrate oppression against their subjects, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that I am not heedless. It's not that I am unaware of what they are doing. I am fully aware of everything that is occurring. And I am simply delaying their punishment until the day of judgment. Meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that do not think for a moment that these individuals, that the oppressors, that the wrongdoers have escaped my justice. Their time is coming, and I have delayed their time. I've delayed their time until the day of Qiyamah, and Allah describes that day as being a day in which تَشْخَصُ فِيهِ الْأَبْصَارِ, meaning it is a day in which people's eyes will be transfixed. These criminals, these tyrants, they will be in a state of complete terror. They will be terrorized by what they will see on the day of judgment. So much so that they will not be able to blink. They will be stunned by the justice of Allah. They will be taken aback when they face the reality of what they used to do. Because my dear brothers and sisters, many of us might be oblivious to the reality of sin in this life. For instance, a person who consumes the wealth of orphans, to them, they don't feel the consequences. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that they are in reality consuming fire. So when we move into alamul akhirah, when we transition from this life to barzakh, and then from barzakh to qiyamah, we become more aware of the reality, the true nature of these sins. And when these tyrants rise on the day of judgment, they will be stunned when they finally encounter the essence and the reality of the crimes that they used to commit.